Welcome back everyone to Formula 1 2021 for round 6 of the season. Welcome to the streets of Azerbaijan. So far this season we have been to 5 fantastic venues, including last time out a return to Monaco. Bahrain for round 1, Italy, Portugal and Spain, but so far so good. But don't worry, we've got plenty more to come in this season of racing. Next time out is France, a double header in Austria before the British Grand Prix on the 18th of July. Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi rounding out your calendar. Last time we visited Baku 2 years ago in 2019, Valtteri Bottas had his very own redemption day pole position that went on to be race victory for the Finnish driver. Hamilton second, Sebastian Vettel for Ferrari in third in both sessions, Verstappen fourth, Leclerc fifth in the race, and my driver of the day on this particular occasion went to Kimi Raikkonen in only his 4th race for Alfa Romeo. Last time out in 2021, for the first time this year, Ferrari were on pole position. You heard me right, Ferrari were on pole position, but things crumbled so quickly for Charles Leclerc. Crashing in Q3 meant he wasn't able to start the race, leaving Max Verstappen to lead all but one lap and claim his first victory on the streets of Monaco. Sainz got his first podium for Ferrari, with Norris in third, my driver of the day, Sebastian Vettel getting his first points for Aston Martin. And after that race on the streets of Monaco, your driver's standings look a little bit like this. Max Verstappen, for the first time in his Formula 1 career, leads the way 4 points clear of 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton. Lando Norris climbs back up to third after his 2nd podium of the season in Monaco, leaving Valtteri Bottas, our winner last time here in Baku, with it all to do, 47 points for the Finnish driver. Sergio Perez leads the 2 Ferraris, Ricciardo's had a difficult start to the season in 8th, and the 2 Frenchmen, Gasly and Ocon, your top 10. Sebastian Vettel, 5th place last time out, his first point in his new colours, leaves him in front of teammate Lance Stroll. Fernando Alonso is in 13th. Tsunoda has 2 points, Giovinazzi has 1, Raikkonen, the 2 Williams of Russell and Latifi, and the 2 Haas cars of Schumacher and Mazepin all yet to do so. And with your driver standings looking like that, your constructors looks a little bit like this, with Red Bull leading the drivers and constructors standings for the first time since 2013, Sebastian Vettel's World Championship winning season. Is that a good omen? We're going to have to wait and see. Mercedes though are 1 point behind their Red Bull counterparts, with McLaren and Ferrari 2 points between. It's even closer between Aston, AlphaTauri and Alpine, who all are 1 point within each other. Alfa Romeo have 1 point, Williams and Haas are yet to do so. Formula 2 returns this weekend, and what a venue to hold it at. Currently in the drivers' standings, Guan Yu Zhou leads the way for UNI Virtuosi, with rookies Oscar Piastri and Théo Pourchaire chasing him down in the top 3. British driver Dan Ticktum is 4th, with Red Bull Junior Lawson 5th and Ferrari Junior Schwartzman P6. Drugovic, Daruvalo, Richard Verschoor and Yuri Vips round out your top 10. As always, to keep up to date with all Formula 2, keep an eye on Inside F2 social media and YouTube channels. But back to Formula 1. This weekend, we return to Baku, one of my favourite circuits on the calendar, not only to drive, but also to watch. You just know there is always going to be some sort of surprise, and taking a look at the circuit analytics, we can already see our tyre choice for this weekend, thankfully, is C3, C4 and C5, which, just in case you don't know, is the softest tyres possible. Thank you Pirelli. We've been waiting a long time for a race filled with strategy up and down the grid, with different teams doing different strategic plays throughout the race. Fingers crossed we have that here this weekend. In a moment's time, I will hand you over to the hot lap. But just before we do that, I want to draw your attention to the circuit rankings. Traction is 5, braking is 4, but unlike your traditional street circuits, the Pirelli downforce rating is only 2. Normally, with a street circuit that's tight, twisty, narrow, difficult to overtake, just like in Monaco, cars that have more downforce are more suited. However, as you can see by the track map at the top of the infographic, that yellow line, sector 3, from turn 16 all the way down towards turn 1 is completely flat out and is one of the longest sections of flat out driving across the entire 2021 calendar. Cars with a bit of speed that are good in a straight line should do well here in Baku, but without further ado, let's jump over to your hot lap for the 2021 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Welcome back everyone to the streets of Baku, and welcome to your hot lap for the Formula 1 2021 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We're on board with Kimi Räikkönen. We've already gone through turns 1 and 2, the super quick first couple of corners on this circuit as we start our descent into our first DRS zone. A theme common throughout the entire lap here in Azerbaijan is very tight, twisty, narrow circuits. As we exit turn 4, careful not to hit the wall, a theme very much prevalent throughout the entire lap. The chicane of 5 and 6, a nice twisty little bit of road before we end sector 1, start the narrowest sector on the entire circuit, sector 2. Through 7 and charging towards the most infamous part of the Azerbaijan circuit. Look how narrow that is. The castle section, one of my favourite sections of circuit on the entire calendar in 2021. Will we see another I am stupid moment this season? Coming towards turn 15, we're already 15 turns through the circuit. Only 3 more to go as we enter sector 3. Now this is where the circuit really differs from most traditional street circuits. It's basically flat out, foot to the floor as we charge towards the line. Cars with good straight line speed will be excellent around this place, and those sector 1 and 2 is twisty and narrow. Expect a few surprises along the way. Two weeks ago we raced in Monaco, but in those 2 weeks there's been no news whatsoever in the world of Formula 1, only rumours. And the newsroom, I try my very best to keep only the key news stories for those fans that don't really want to hear all the kerfuffle in the world of Formula 1, and as we all know, there is plenty of that. However, just to keep things rolling, your weather for this weekend's race looks a little bit like this. It's hot. Crikey, it's hot. Yes, I am British, and 26 degrees for me is absolutely scorching, but I'm sure for many of you, this is pretty average. 26, 25 and 24, with only a 3% chance of rain on the Sunday during the Grand Prix. It's very, very windy, however, and this will catch the drivers out, especially if there's a headwind or tailwind into turn 1. Keep an eye, especially in qualifying, for little mistakes in that first sector. And with your weather out of the way, your newsroom is concluded, probably the quickest it's ever been concluded. But we will move swiftly on to what you all know is my favourite part of the weekend. It's prediction time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. You all know I take these way too seriously, and more often than not, get them very, very wrong. So, for this weekend's race, I'm changing things up, and my predictions look a little bit like this. I have gone with a 1-2 in qualifying for Mercedes, with Max Verstappen in 3rd place, and come race day, I am giving our first 1-2 of the season for Mercedes. Hamilton to be victorious, Bottas to get his best result of the season, Verstappen in 3rd. I don't know why I have chosen the most traditional carnage race to do the most boring prediction, but I'm hoping a bit of reverse psychology should give us an absolute classic. I've put Tsunoda in 4th place, so there you go for those wanting me to go a little bit more out there, you're very welcome, and Daniel Ricciardo to recover a little bit after a disappointing Monaco in P5. But as always, for your chance to be featured in tomorrow's video, I want to hear your predictions. Things get wild for this circuit, and after Monaco, which the result for that race was a bit bonkers, I am very much looking forward to seeing who you have put on pole position on the front row and your biggest shock from qualifying and in the race. The winner, the other two drivers on the podium, the first of what is most likely going to be many DNFs on the streets of Baku, the best overtake and the big one, driver of the day. Leave your comments down below and the two most liked will be featured in tomorrow's practice report. And before we go, Fantasy League time. I had a great weekend last time out in Monaco, leaving me in 42nd place out of 2,000 of you. Come on guys, give me a bit more of a challenge. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. It's going to be a stinker of a weekend for me now, but I'm sticking with Red Bull, Verstappen, Perez, Ocon, Norris, and Giovinazzi is my only substitution for this weekend. And finally, screenshot time at the ready. Your schedule for this weekend looks like this, with Practice 1, Formula 2 qualifying and Formula 1 Practice 2 tomorrow on Friday. On Saturday, get up early if you want to watch the F2 sprint race at 8:30 GMT. 10 o'clock is Practice 3 and 1 o'clock is qualifying. The second Formula 2 sprint race at 2:30 in the afternoon. And on Sunday, it's another early start for Formula 2. The feature race kicks off at 9:45 with your Azerbaijan Formula 1 Grand Prix in the afternoon at 1 o'clock. And that is it from me here in Baku for your race preview. Leave your predictions in the comment section down below. As always, if you are new, feel free to subscribe. Leave a like if you enjoyed. It really helps out the channel. Any feedback is welcomed. Thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.